Where'd you tell them to go?
That's off a good percentage.
You'll have a round.
Have you moved?
No, I just stayed here.
Good timing. Ordering every test under the sun.
It hurt.
What?
I thought I hit you.
I told you to put it on.
I know, I agree.
Glad you went home and came.
Greg, is he coming?
No.
He's done.
Get ready to say no meeting. I'll call you.
We may need him.
For what?
Just call.
I just.
Update on,
I gotta get your.
Charges.
David Allen.
We should be clear.
Cool.
She couldn't see.
So we're gonna report that?
Compared to any other doctor around.
I'll let him report it however he wants.
City building? Here? Clerk's office. The event center?
Put mine on that.
Oh, okay, City Garage, do I go over, yeah. Better.
I'll tell you what, I might put mine on, but I'm ready to know.
Sure. You want me, this is one here? Put it on the boom board here? Okay. No, I will. And we'll drop it off. Just the first time.
You know, they're concerned about something, what?
I need to check if all my dues paid up, usually Keith takes care of me. I haven't heard anything out of him. My dues, both the riders and the sons.
It's not worthwhile me getting one of them.
After paid up.
Thanks, Gene. Hand it to me.
David Allen Co. She said we may be clear on it.
Hey, I'm getting ready to go on a meeting. Get you later.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. I don't know. It was good. You know me. Yeah. That's what I enjoyed most about it.
We could always find a local maybe if you wanted to replace.
I think it's really, that's what somebody said, that's what feedback from the kids.
So did you right.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Maybe the community.
Are we ready? Call this meeting to order. I'm here. Donnie Bryant's not here. Gene Hunnefield's here. Johnny Tremaine here? No. Kelly Will's here. Mario Todd's here. Greg Tuff's not here. Tina Bojack's not here. Sue Clark is here. Good. DCH Health Walk, Angie Johnson. You're on. And don't believe anything Bobby told you.
I told her no.
I'm Angie Johnson, but this is Anita Trinipol. She's
I need
Director of
to-
Community Relations, so I'm gonna let her talk because I've got a little bit of a cold.
And then we'll turn it
And
over
I'll
to
be
her.
coughing in your microphone.
We'll be quick. First off, we want to thank the city, the Fallfest committee for allowing us, our health walk, to be part of the Fallfest for the last several years. We certainly appreciate it, and I think we've always provided a good quality walk. We have 300 to 400 walkers each time. It's very well received, and I think it's a positive thing not only for the hospital, but also for the city and for Fallfest. And again, this year, while we're coming, is we're asking permission to be included in the Fallfest agenda. We've already gotten permission from the Conservancy District for that particular date to use the levee, and then also from Ivy Tech to use their facilities for the opening reception, and then for the final part of the walk. And we want to understand that it's a walk. It's a little different than a race. We try to be very inclusive. Everybody gets a ribbon. So if someone can only walk an eighth or 16th of a mile, or they walk a couple hundred feet and turn around and have to come back, everybody there gets a ribbon based upon their level of achievement. So it's a nice thing. We designed it so that it's for the entire family. So great-grandma can come, and the new great-grandchild can come. So it's really a family program that's inclusive of everybody in the community, all ages. What we're asking for, or your assistance, is to be included in the agenda to be able to be the official Fall Fest walk, and then to be included in your listings of programs and activities and any group type of advertising that you have. We do promote it on our own. I just ordered 4,000 flyers from General Graphics, and we've already printed out about 1,200 flyers. And we'll do radio spots, and we do the little billboards on the websites, things like that we'll do ourselves. We'll always promote it just like we do any other program like the health affair. And then we're also asking for the assistance of the EMS from Bobby, as we have in the past, and then as backup, the fire department. And we would like to be able to make sure that the cart, the emergency medical cart, is there during that period to follow the walkers. And there's possible a little maintenance that's done by the maintenance department of the city. Not a lot, since we use the bulk of it is Ivy Tech, and we bring and we take our own things. The other thing is that it's really advantageous for us if we have use of the garage, the upper level, for parking for those, especially for the handicapped and for the families. It brings them a lot closer, and it's a lot easier than having someone try to park on the street and navigate, especially with the convention center being there. So we would ask for free parking during that time.
Did you go in front of council to waive the fees for the parking?
No, we haven't.
Probably have to do that.
Thought we have to do this first and then proceed.
We can take care of everything with that. I don't have any problem with it. Anybody else see?
No, if you need a motion, I would so move.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Same as always.
Thank you. We'll look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you.
A couple
You need something,
questions,
Carl?
Anita, on
Okay.
the flyer that you have, is that, do you have that in PDF format?
Right, we do. Actually, we have some here that we can distribute, and we can email that to you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We have donation form, we have the consent form, and then we also have the flyer. So,
Okay.
and we can, I'll just get these.
Now, Kelly, will you put them on the agenda where they need to, for the council meeting on Monday? Mm-hmm. To waive the fees?
If you come Monday, cancel,
Okay, all right.
we'll have it on the agenda and then tell them the way the fees at the parking garage.
Very good, thank you.
They will. Sure. At least some out front there too, they pick it up. Thank you. Okay. Entertainment. I'm gonna make a recommendation, we cancel the David Allen Poe Act. The David Allen Poe Act, and we cancel it out.
I would so move on that.
Your second?
Second.
All in favor? All against? There's been some controversy over it.
I had not a clue what his lyrics or some of the song titles were until I researched it after I received a phone call. And I think if you go online and do some research, and you'll find out he's very racist, just even with some of the song titles itself. So probably in the best interest of Fall Fest and the city of Lawrenceburg, I don't think we need that type of.
We don't need it. I
Keep
mean,
it more family oriented.
yes. I didn't know who the guy was. I didn't. Country, I don't know country.
On the boat a few times.
Have you really?
Well, I think in all fairness, that's how he came to be. It was through Hollywood.
Hollywood, he's on there every weekend. Every weekend.
Well, we don't need that out there. I mean, we're better off. Okay. Any more on entertainment? The Board of Works approved the contracts. They gotta go back to council to approve the right to checks, which will be Monday night.
Who have we got now? I haven't been here, so what, it's not been put out to the public, so
We haven't put out public, go ahead.
who have we got?
No,
Mike
on,
Lawrence put it out to the public.
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
Well,
Contracts are on Facebook.
That ain't kosher though, really.
So on Thursday, we have Center Line.
Who?
Center Line. They're one that Sue recommended out of Batesville area, Ripley County. They will open for the Menus, a band out of Cincinnati. Friday, we will have Daryl Worley opening for Colin Ray, both country acts. Saturday, we have Off the Hook, Sugar Ray, and Cheap Trick. I did want to mention to the committee that there's an additional $3,000 backline. Did you bring that up at last week's meeting?
No.
Okay, so we may need to vote on that.
Right,
So I'm sorry, who did you say was Friday, Chris?
Friday is Daryl Worley and Colin Ray.
I haven't got anything back from Danny if they can use some of the other back line yet. Have you got anything from him? I haven't.
Danny sent the $3,000
Okay.
bill,
All right.
so,
We need,
or estimate, sorry.
we need a motion to get by the back line for the band.
And that is needed then?
Yeah.
And now Thursday night is going to be like the same as Friday and Saturday. They are charging to get in.
No, Thursday night's free.
Thursday night is free.
Do you have entertainment for Thursday night?
Yes, she just named them all.
Yeah, but I don't know which ones were Thursday.
Thursday is Center Line and the Menus.
And what time does it start on Thursday?
We have Center Line performing from 6 to 7:30 and the Menus from 8 to 10:30.
Do I need a motion for the back line?
I would so move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? All against? Okay. We got a late start with the entertainment. I mean, we've been fighting, we've lost bands and everything else. But since the council put all the restrictions on us, we was a little late in the season to get some of this stuff. We're lucky to get the bands we got. Next year, we hope to do this a lot better. Hopefully, anyway. Anybody in the audience, got anything on entertainment? Turn your hearing aid up.
Pour your microphone down, it'll probably work.
How about that?
That's a lot better, thank you. I think people will show up for anything. I think it'd be a fine.
Oh, I think so too. What we're trying to do, there's $350,000 to get off the tax base. We're charging $10 to get in and $15 a day at the show. We're trying to get this off taxpayers' back to keep this thing going. And well, I think we can. But anything new in this town, it takes a while. They see it, then we go on from there.
$10 admission?
That's,
Hands.
everybody in town is free. Everybody in the city limits is free.
Oh,
That was the stipulation of the council. The outside, they pay $10 ahead of time, advance tickets, $15 a day at show, which is gonna be very reasonable. That's each night, besides Thursday night. So, we're trying to get this off taxpayers' back.
Mayor, how are you gonna handle, the workers? And I'll just speak specifically.
You have a band, you'll give me a list. Now, they can't come at night and get that band, they gotta have that band ahead of time. You give us a list of who your people are, we'll give them a different color band, that's how they'll come in and out.
Different color for each night?
Well, you probably won't know, because you guys are gonna do every night. We may get a band we can, like, get in the shower with for you guys, but, now we gotta have that list. If they come that night of show, we're not giving any bands out. We're not gonna get in the middle of that stuff. 'Cause it's gonna be pretty tough anyway, running the gate and stuff.
Now, where is your gate going to be where they pay?
We're gonna have ticket booths where they bring their tickets, hand the tickets in, we'll give them a band around their arm, then they go across the street and go through the gates.
Okay, where is it going to be?
Up on top of, from, Todd Lane,
Okay, at the top of that hill is where it'll be.
yeah.
Okay, so I mean, you're probably going to be hit by people saying, well, we're just going to the beer shed, you know what I'm saying?
They're gonna pay to get in.
That's what I don't know, but I know, I'm
They're gonna pay.
just letting you know ahead of time, you know there's people going to ask you that.
They're gonna say either pay. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of this advertised too.
Mayor, how early do you want the list of our workers?
We ought to have them at least a week beforehand.
Okay.
I mean, so we can get,
For that.
all right. Now, you tell them,
I'm not
they come here that night, or they're not gonna get one. Guys, it's gonna be chaos. We're gonna have to have a lot of work put involved in this thing. Then there's gonna be a cutoff date for the free tickets for people in town. After that date, if they don't have their ticket, they're gonna pay $15 to get in. It's gonna be up to the people in the town to come in. We're gonna have different dates come down to get the tickets. And if they don't make those dates, we're gonna have to do it that way. We just don't have any other choice. It's gonna be a little tough this year. We'll get through it. If it was easy, anybody could do it. The entertainment, it's decent entertainment, but we had Big and Rich on the hook, and we lost them on country, which I have no idea who that is. I'm not a country person.
Big and Rich,
Yeah,
there's
well, we lost them. A lot of the big name entertainment we went after was already booked, different other location. Just a late start, they drug us, and we got a late start. And poor Kelly's, he's got a marketing job to do to sell this thing now, after Monday night. We'll get through it. You had a question about the VIP thing too? Somebody was saying?
Are you talking about the VIP
Yeah,
area?
the Suns.
No, I think we sent in for the license already. Mario was over with Larry and got it all laid out. And more or less, Hollywood's gonna handle the gate to get in that. We'll have the bartender
Yeah.
and have the beer there, but Hollywood's gonna take care of checking that gate.
All of it.
You know, the one that they're gonna come
Yeah,
in.
you don't have to mess with that part of it,
Right.
just the beer. That'd make it a lot easier on you guys.
So, that's the only question. You got any on that, Larry?
This is Roy here with the tents.
Yeah.
Have you met Roy? Okay, good.
How you doing on vendors?
Not real well, to be honest. Only have about a dozen.
She wouldn't give us a list of hers, and I've been handing them out every event I go to all over.
And I know you have to, well, you've had people on that too, Roy. And I've sent out a number of emails to vendors.
If you've got some more, I gotta go to Rising Sun this week and set up for the boat race.
Okay,
Good.
Take some with me.
I'll print them off for you right after this meeting.
If you think of it, I'll lay them out there. I'll pick them up tomorrow, the next one.
Okay.
But, we didn't get much records on this and stuff.
And we've checked, there's no way of going back to the clerk's office to find out.
She never had the addresses and telephone numbers. She just had to check.
But is there gonna be, do you know, is Hollywood putting some kind of tent up for their VIP thing or not, do you know?
I don't believe there's a tent.
I don't think so. That blocks view too much.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna put, no, just gonna.
Matter of fact, there probably won't even.
Chairs and tables, I think.
There may be short fencing as opposed to the 6-foot fencing. There may be short fencing between the VIP and the beer gardens.
That would be good,
That wouldn't be good.
because people will crash that VIP area to get closer.
Yes.
But you all do what you want to do, but that's my,
Oh, we want to help you guys out. I
Well,
mean,
it's in the thing to have that high fence where nobody can get in to where they're at.
In the VIP side, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, that'll make a difference to us. The recommendation was,
we,
I'd have the tall fence.
Yes, I would too, because
Okay.
it ain't nothing to step over that, and especially if they're gonna serve food in that thing. You know what I mean, Marlo?
again, it's not a problem for us.
we gotta do a lot of fencing anyway, so.
We'll
we
be
can do it.
there, you know what I'm saying, when they set
Right.
up fence up, we can help out.
I mean, it's gonna be a little more challenging this year, but I think we'll get through it.
How are you going to handle portalets for the VIP area?
We'll put a few over there. I'll order more portalets this year.
They'll be separate from the beer gardens.
I've ordered 80 portalets. Guys, that's a lot of portalets. That's a lot of money. So,
I'm just telling you, we won't need none of your ticket booths this year.
we're gonna use them for ours.
We won't need them.
Is you guys gonna move in the garage? That'd be better, huh?
And the portlets are actually gonna be more or less like corral around that whole concession stand that you're gonna, vend out of.
Is there any way we can keep them out the front of them?
Oh, just
We're
be on
gonna
the
move in the
sides.
back.
Both sides?
And the sides and the rear,
Okay.
on the ball
They
side
can
of
walk
it.
back there to
Yeah.
them. You guys gonna need a room.
No, they won't be in the front, but they'll be down the walls, both sides and around the rear, like a horseshoe coming back at the front.
But I got some more extra ones, because you guys had a little trouble with them last year. I guess the excise guy said he didn't have enough.
What's that?
The excise police said there wasn't enough restrooms or something.
Yeah, one come in there and I said, well, I.
Don't know what thing is business.
And I don't know how many I need for how many people's in there, you know. But he was nice about it. He said just maybe the next time you might need to get a few more.
We'll have them. We go to fairgrounds, we can eliminate some of this stuff. That's the plan for next year.
I would say he'll be around, there was 6 of them last year.
Oh, I'm sure of
And
that.
he'll be around to check that opening over there where Hollywood, you know, to be.
Hollywood will take care of that. They know, we've already talked to them about that. So, now they're gonna use, they won't have to have a permit, they won't, you're gonna use your permit for that.
Use our permit. It'll be hanging down there in the main beer shed. They'll work off our permit.
They'll work with you, they're good to work with. They don't want trouble either.
I'm more concerned right now how we get more
Oh,
booth
yeah.
space
Hey,
for vendors. in
and
the booth.
tell them,
Me too.
and tell them to make sure that, what's the guy in charge of?
Ken,
Ken, yeah.
Or
Tell
not
them to make
Ken,
sure
Greg
that
Tufts.
They do not have no bottle of liquor down there. Because our permit is only good for beer and wine,
No whiskey.
no whiskey,
we'll tell him that.
I'll let him know.
or I go to jail. I got, the last,
Well.
2 years ago, I got a ticket.
Gene, you can't help him out there?
For workers, and he seen it sitting back there, it cost us $350.
Wow.
So,
Are we gonna have a car show this year?
Yes. Bobby, you wanna talk about that?
Be same as last year.
Had a good one.
Oh, a good show.
Weather's good, and,
Yeah.
I'd say we'll get the same
Had a
amount of
real
cars,
good
if not
car
more.
Are you using the event center at all?
According to Greg, he's gonna let us go inside the event center. I don't know how many cars will wanna go in there. If the weather's nice, they like to be outside.
Yeah.
But we will have some in there. If nothing else, the club cars go in there. So,
The event itself's gonna be the same as every year, but we're just charging. We gotta get this off taxpayers' back.
You're probably not doing the pig roast thing or whatever that it was.
Yeah,
Oh, you are?
yeah, they're gonna bring that back down here,
Where's it gonna be?
behind the stage.
no, he's thinking.
No,
he's
I'm
saying-
not talking about,
He's talking with the competition.
Oh, no.
you're not gonna do it. I didn't figure you would.
We're talking to Hollywood about a different event with that. Might make it in a bigger event or something, so maybe next year. And it could've got bigger, but they didn't run with it right. Anything else?
I'd like to have some discussion how we can try to solicit some more booth.
I handed out 4 invitations Saturday, ordered that Dukes of Hazzard thing. One was the pizza guy that does that far brick pizza.
Woodfire,
Yeah. And a couple other ones. One was from Goshen, Indiana. So, we're probably gonna have to advertise the paper, the Indianapolis and Cincinnati Enquirer for some. I had one vendor didn't want a bunch, like I forget what he sold, but I said, no, we're not gonna bring like 5 or 6 what you sell. I think we had fried baked potatoes or something like that. You know, if you got 2 or 3 barbecue guys, that's enough. Stuff like that. We'll have some.
Oh, we got funnel cakes.
They'll be there. The fair will be there.
Yeah, well, how many booths, well, Murray would provide so many booths, right?
Yeah, on his end, yeah.
Yeah, how many does he bring? brings quite a few.
Offhand, I don't remember, he does quite a few.
At least, yeah.
There'll be food booths, but we
We don't make anything off his, though.
You don't get nothing off his stuff, do you?
No.
No, but you still, you wanna have the funnel cakes there and stuff.
and we've raised the rent on some of it, but guys, we gotta make this profitable. I mean, I don't think we're real unreasonable. That, the day in the country they used to have years ago up to Blue Ash, they came to us one time, wanted us to put it on down there. They got $1,000 for a 10 by 10 foot space. Of course, we're not charging anything like that, but that's how big these things get.
Could we get a space, could we pay you 1,000 instead of 20?
No,
You wouldn't bring it up to vote, huh?
no. You're tied into a contract, matter of fact.
Yeah, that thing we do up to Brazil, Indiana, they run, it's $500 for a 10 by 10, 10 by 20 spot.
Yeah, see, that's how they build in. The thing is, your smaller venues can't do that.
No.
And they're maybe too small for an event like this. You gotta go to that next level. Look at the crowds we have. They won't be able to keep, they sold everything out last year, both nights. Everything they had.
You're gonna have the crowd you had last year.
No, but we'll build it back. We'll build it back.
No, it's hard to beat what you had last year.
Jeez.
That Kelly Pickler, she put them in that place. Gosh, she did a good job. Very good job.
He had perfect weather.
Oh, it was just a perfect storm, it was. It was
But,
great.
you know, the newness wears off us. I guarantee we'll sell tickets. We advertise Cincinnati, it'll sell. But we gotta get off taxpayers' back. The boat's down 52%. This money's going away, guys. We gotta do different things how we work. We're cutting budgets in town just to stay afloat. No.
Do you have an advance cutoff date on your purchase of tickets?
Yes, we don't have it set up yet, but we're gonna set it up. When Kelly starts marketing things, it'll all be out there.
Or going back to, can you call down to Lions Club and Farmers Fair to see about their booths?
Yeah, I'd like to do whatever we can.
Murray does that, that's who we got, same outfit.
Yeah, but they have private booths.
Yeah, they have private, you know, that's a thought, I never thought about that, that's true.
Yeah.
They have a list,
They
I
would have a
guarantee,
list of
people
vendors.
that vendors
Sure.
that came there, you know, to set up.
Oh, and they did offer their Corlett trailers also, both of them.
Roll it in?
Yes.
Might be an idea, like.
Sure.
Get the
Matter of fact, we'll talk to Petty, see, they're one.
No, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, it is a good
This young
idea.
lady was up there, she came to a couple meetings, she was in charge of the booths, so I think with.
Sherry.
Sherry.
Yes. Now, would she have any,
I would think she would know by heart.
I bet
She didn't.
She didn't remember any of
She
them.
could remember the person with the face, but she couldn't remember the names.
It's age.
I think we got, Walt, remember Big Walt had the big top hat?
A lot of faces.
He's coming, I think, did Ken Lavelle talk like he's coming?
He balked about the price increase, but
Well.
again, they have until the end of September to register, so.
Alright. We'll see. But not handing over all the records, it's made it tough on us. I'm gonna try to offer memory too, and I don't remember all of it either.
Well, you'd think that they would get a hold of somebody knowing that it's coming around.
Right. Well, they could be calling down there and she might just not be saying anything.
I wished I was in town when the city attorney asked for them insurance papers. You wouldn't have had to went down, I'd have went down there myself, because I had to turn all that stuff into her, and if she wouldn't have gave it to me.
She's been,
She's the one that got the 20%, we wrote the check to, and she's the one that got all our paperwork and everything. She'd hand something over.
she hadn't cooperated with us. But the show goes on. They change presidents every 4 years, they change us out too when it comes.
Changing her out.
Well, I can't say it in public, but I know what you're talking about. Don't disagree with you. Any more entertainment?
All right, what's up with that?
What's this? Oh, Jamie. Okay, we'll go to marketing, proposed budget.
So I've handed out proposed marketing with some estimates. If we could get the committee's approval on this today, I could obtain solid estimates from some of these companies, and then with approval from Board of Works on Monday. Would that be correct?
Right.
I could move forward with the marketing on Tuesday. So these are some of the marketing channels that we would use in addition to Hollywood's efforts and the efforts put forth by tourism to promote the event, including the billboard, rack cards, the update to the website, the postcards that we need to send out to the residents for the comp tickets. And then I have a sample of what this Register of Publications ad would be. And it's the center.
Somebody want to see this?
And then the beacon would be very similar. I negotiated heavily on the price point.
What did you leave her in Canada?
Negotiated pretty heavily on the price point for the beacon.
Leaving.
It's normally about $2,500 for that.
Anybody have anything about the budget?
Eagle Country, I guess really we could probably set the budget based on what we have remaining, I guess, in marketing dollars. So this is about $6,140 that I have allocated here. I don't know how much we want to do with Eagle Country.
Have they give you like a menu list or a fee schedule, what different levels they have, or?
They do have that, Mario, but normally I give them a budget, and I normally don't go with their fee schedule. I normally tell them what I want and give them a budget, and we negotiate from there.
What was it last year? $10,000? Just this radio station. Now Hollywood's gonna do the radio stations throughout Cincinnati for us. They're gonna push it. I just wanna say these tickets will sell.
And then tourism does a number of things too to help promote this. So these are kind of some of the local things.
Anybody have questions? Go ahead.
Sarah, you said a couple of times that these tickets will sell now. I'm sure they will too, so that's the obvious question to me is, do you have a limit for how many you want to sell on Friday night, and how many you want to sell on Saturday night,
About 35,000.
each night?
We ain't gonna get that. But that's about what we figured it'll hold. It'll hold more, but we don't wanna pack them in like that.
Yeah, last year we were pretty well over the limit. For
Way
It
over.
was over then.
Yeah.
They were in trees and
The
everything.
guy come in there and the way it was packed in there, he said, you don't have, enough. And he could tell.
It was probably 38,000 people down there.
Oh, every bit of it.
Quite a few.
We go to fairgrounds though, we're unlimited over there. You can put a lot of people in there. And we get a lot better bands and be a lot more organized. Whole lot better. We don't have to buy all this fencing. We're gonna have probably $30,000 fence.
Roy rents fence yet?
Now, Roy rent fence yet?
Not yet.
You wanna get in the business then?
You know, I was thinking that marketing, you just have to gave the billboard, if you want to, we use radio spots, if you want to substitute some of your stuff, you come up with the
Good.
commercial, we could run them on our.
Appreciate that,
spots,
E.G.
if that would help with your cost, just like the billboard and stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you, that's great.
They can just substitute the different spots.
Good too.
I can't tell when they're running them all the time, but But, you know, that way you can pick up a little bit of that Ripley County, and then on that Thursday night, at least that one band's supposed to be real popular in Ripley County. They can bring some people down.
Thanks.
Good, thank you. Anybody else have anything on the budget?
Does anyone want to make a recommendation for what we may want to budget for Eagle Country?
For what?
Eagle Country?
I wouldn't give him no $10,000.
You still have some time, I would hold off, but
But she needs some kind of idea so we can get some of this.
I don't want to, if we don't get it approved this week, then I have to wait 2 more weeks.
all for us council, you're
Yeah.
saying?
Have they approached you on the cost?
Yes, but, to be honest, I think that they probably assume that we're going to spend
Like last year?
like last year. I
don't
kind of
know.
want to, that's why I want to go into that, kind of setting our budget.
1 year we didn't even use
Well, they did a little.
it. The other 1 year, we didn't do the cost. I brought it up, not using
Yeah, but I think she did a little with
it.
them.
Many people show up without it.
Yeah, that was the year that, she locked them out of the pits, out of the back of the stage.
Out the back of the
too.
stage, yeah. God, you could write a book some of the stuff happened. He used to have to be the peacekeeper.
Like $25,000.
Well, we need to utilize them some. They've been working with us a lot better than what they have in the past. They have. A lot better. We need to use some of it. We need to get out in this area a little bit.
Well, Kelly, again, I don't know, if I said 5,000, I don't know what 5,000 gets you.
I think 2,500 would be sufficient because we want to do some radio spots and then probably a banner ad. So based on what I've purchased from them in the past, I think 2,500 to 3,000 would be sufficient and remaining in our budget. And we're still less than 9,000 on our marketing budget.
So I would so move not to exceed 3,000 for the Eagle expenditure.
There's a second?
Second.
All in favor? Now, that wasn't for the whole budget?
No, that
No,
was
it's just for her
Okay.
radio.
All right, let's go back to the budget. The marketing budget. Does anybody have any questions about it? Entertain a motion for that. Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Ayes have it. Good, we got that. We're trying to get this in there so we don't have, the last minute, we come up and trying to do this. Go ahead.
Are you having any, like, king and queen contests or anything like that?
We cut all that. We're trying to save money. Our entertainment is, well, since we canceled him out, it's probably down to 135,000. She spent about 200,000. So we're downsized a little bit. But we're gonna try to bring it back up next year with better entertainment. And we got to get to the fairgrounds. That's the key to this whole thing.
So what did it cost to put the, I'll call it the kids' programs on, such as the King Queen? 'Cause I mean, that was the only thing.
It was a
there.
couple $1,000.
Those were the only people there Thursday nights, weren't,
Well, she did those on Friday nights.
No, Saturday.
Saturday, that's right, Saturday. We've cut some out because what we was doing is squeezing, they only got like a half hour in between shows to tear down and set back up, and everybody's up there in the way. We're trying to cut some of that down. And she had too many people on the stage.
I always thought it should have been done Thursday night.
Well, you're right.
I agree.
We didn't do it this year. We can bring it back next year, but,
Well, it's not so hectic on Thursday night.
right. But Friday and Saturday night, you can't have a bunch of people on that stage with them hands trying to move that stuff around. It got so crowded up there, they couldn't hardly move. And we're gonna do PG this year, but we cut it down. Said, you got this much time, you're coming off that stage.
You had to get the hook out.
He's not, he's been told, because you gotta keep these bands on a certain time date. Once you get them out there, they're gonna start playing. And that's what we're here for. It's a little late right now. to get that going. We got too much to do right now, Bobby.
It costs too much.
About $2,000 would have stuck in last year.
On what?
Buying trophies and flowers and all this stuff. Advertising it. I wasn't against it, but we just don't have the time right now. Maybe we can bring it back next year. When we got more time, and like we said, doing it on Thursday night, because they just put too many people on that stage.
Well, things like that should be done on Thursday anyway.
I agree.
You know, not Saturday night.
I agree. And the pie eating contest and all that, we just eliminated all that. The second stage, they had $10,000 stuck in that. And it got a little out of hand. I mean, we get to fairgrounds, we could probably start going back doing some of this stuff, but we condensed it so we can get this thing moving. We didn't know we was gonna have the money to do it. It's been a battle, it really has. Okay, you got any more on that, Kelly, on marketing?
Not on marketing, no, sir.
Okay. Ticketing.
Also distributed a proposal for ticketing with some estimates, so I probably want to get some solid estimates on this. So I would be seeking Board of Works approval on this for Monday night. Looking at both ticketing and wristband, or tickets and wristbands. I think I've covered all areas here for tickets, VIP tickets, general admission, and the resident comp tickets. What we're seeking assistance on is probably how many tickets we need for general admission, and then the resident comp as well.
Friday night, I don't think we're gonna need that many. I mean, I believe you're gonna have a lot of walk-ups. I really do. Because I don't think we got the best entertainment for country. They're all people like that. It'll be a Saturday night, it's a nice night, let's go down there. I don't know, how many you think? 15,000?
Did you decide on how many residents per household?
That's not counting this. I mean, well, that's, yeah, I will count some tickets, but, we had a rough figure on it. You're probably looking 10,000 there.
No, but I mean,
You're doing 2 per household,
you're
right?
doing 2 per household?
2 per household, and if they got a child in school, we're gonna get the records out of school, and that child will get a ticket. You gotta show proof that, you know, we're gonna go off the thing we battle with the renters. If you send it, we don't wanna send it, we want them to come here, because if you send them to that address, it might be the guy that owns the building, but he don't live there, so the renter's not getting them. So the pool's got the renters' addresses and everything, and we're gonna use their records to go through this and send out to them. Then they come here, like, we might have a couple Saturdays and a couple nights. And if you don't get here, that cutoff date, you pay to get in the gate. We have to, we can't, you know, prolong this thing. Once we get close to this date, we got a lot to do. And that's fair. But be ideal? No, it's not gonna be. We're gonna have probably some come here while I live in Lawrenceburg. Sorry, the date's cut off, you gotta pay to get in. Or it'd be chaos.
You need to really stress that.
We're going to. It's gonna be in the advertisements and everything. The best case scenario of this thing, everybody pays. That's the best way to do
Been
this.
the easiest. Yeah,
But if the council wouldn't let us,
too simple.
well, I
And
would say all the council, the 3 council people.
And there's a significant cost in allowing these residents in for free in order to communicate to them, buy the appropriate tickets for them, that sort of thing, so, yeah.
But thing is too, they're not all gonna use those tickets.
They're gonna give me somebody.
That, is- some of your older adults,
I can tell you what they're gonna do.
well, they will. They will. But that's nothing you can't control. You can't control that. Any more on ticketing?
Oh, we
Oh, yeah,
probably
no.
just need to establish how many tickets we need Friday, general admission.
How much are they a ticket?
20 cents. And I just gave an average. They could be a lot less expensive depending on how many we buy. And I'll get a hard estimate, but the more we buy, the less they will cost per ticket. So we're looking now at maybe 20 cents if you buy 3,000. If you're up to 15,000, you may be down to 12 cents.
Well, we figured, well, roughly almost 10,000 just residents.
Well, on the resident comp, you want me to order 10,000 for each night?
Probably.
Okay.
You think we'll do them a different color ticket, that way you can count some of there?
Yeah, we'll do a different ticket for Friday and a different ticket for Saturday.
And for the resident, and for the regular?
Mm-hmm, they will look different, yes.
Okay, good. Well, we gotta look at the outside sales, advanced sales. I look at 15,000 Friday and 30,000 Saturday.
I'm just talking about the $6,000 in tickets.
15,000 on Friday and 30,000 on Saturday.
That's the advanced sale. But you're gonna give free 8 to 10,000 tickets. So you're looking almost 25,000 Friday and almost 40,000 Saturday. I think Saturday's gonna sell. And they're gonna market it, Hollywood's gonna market it too. And we're gonna market it too, it's gonna be a limited amount of tickets sold. I don't know, what do you think? Anybody else got any thoughts on it?
I think it's hard. It's gonna be hard.
Be hard,
It's gonna
You
be
don't wanna
hard.
run out.
It's gonna be hard to distinguish. Have different colors.
All right. Can we mark those where we can use them over next year? We don't have to put the name of the, acts on them,
No, we don't have to.
and we can number those tickets.
It helps to put the date and that sort of thing on
That's
it.
true.
Change next year anyway.
Based on pricing, I would rather get way too many than not enough.
I would too. We run out, we can't get.
Because they really go down in price the more you get.
What's the turnover on them, a week?
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's my urgency for getting these ordered.
Get
So
30,
Is that local or you have to send out for those? I mean, General Graphics doesn't do this type of thing or?
I think we would, I don't know, General Graphics may do this type of thing, but I think in these types of quantities, we're able to get the best price from somebody that does these on a regular basis. They can also add, for 1 cent more per ticket, they can add the hologram feature, the security features that we need.
that way they can't fake the ticket. I think we should do that.
Because if you sell the tickets ahead of time, somebody buy 2 tickets, go out there and produce 5,000.
Sure. Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
Right.
So the technology is really good with this company that I'm looking at.
35,000 each night. What do you think? Think that'd be enough? We gotta get the free ones now. I think you're gonna, Saturday night's gonna be our big night.
All depends on the weather.
Well, I agree, but there's no, refunds either. Everybody does, no refunds.
Speaking of that, is there, I know we're gonna talk or check on event insurance.
It was,
In other words, if it does rain out, something to cover the price of tickets or whatever else for that.
we haven't looked into it. We could.
I don't, have they done that in the past, Bobby, at all?
No.
The event went on rain or shine.
And we did.
Yeah.
Who was down there to play right in the rain? We can look into it and see what it is.
If it's lightning,
Right.
but other than that,
Let's see about tickets. First, to be safe, maybe we ought to go 40,000 each night, to be safe. That way, if we run out, we're not waiting a week for them to get in.
Rather have too much than not enough.
I agree.
30,000 general admission plus 10,000 comp?
Comp.
Okay.
Let's go with that for this year, so we're safe.
So you think it takes it down to 12 to 15 cent range, Jen, if you're at that high?
Or less even.
Really?
Then it's gonna have the security thing on it where they can't duplicate them.
That'd be fine. There's some people out there, buddy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're looking at some of the best wristband fakers right here, then you've got more races than.
Did about 30 years national. I wasn't the artist, but I was the first one who went in there.
But no, I think that's smart. And if you're saying the price break is, sufficient at a higher rate, so.
And to be safe, we don't want to be caught with no tickets. And Hollywood's gonna push this thing hard on the radio for us. They're gonna sell tickets out of Hollywood too. And the, community center's gonna sell them for us. Each city probably sell some for us.
Which is gonna be great. The UCB locations are gonna be awesome for ticket sales.
We thank you for all you guys do. You
Thank
really
you.
help us out.
Really have.
Two-way street.
So, 40,000 each? Okay. And you're gonna make the comps a different color so we can count them, see how many we really did get?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And they will all be numbered. And then,
Actually, what we're saving from David Allen Co. pays for tickets.
$15,000? Yeah, what we're saving
I'll
there
get a
pays
firm
tickets.
estimate with these numbers. I think it'll look a little bit better.
Need a motion to do this?
Do we want to look at the wristband stuff at all? 500 for the VIP, is that what we established
Oh,
for
okay.
the VIP area, 500?
Yeah, there was gonna be a different color too, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And a different color for the workers. Now, how we figured to do this, we'll have the gates right at the top of Todd Lane. Across the street's gonna be the ticket booth. They come here with a ticket, they hand a ticket in, they put a wristband around, they go across the street, and that's how they get in and out. That we don't have to do any pass outs, all that. But we'll have police there too, looking in purses and bags and stuff like that. So,
And then the volunteers will have a vinyl wristband that'll have text and logo on it, and that type of wristband is good for multi-day events. So the volunteers will be expected to wear the same wristband on Saturday as they had on Friday. There's no need to remove it if they're going to volunteer both days.
Thursday, Friday.
Thursday, it won't be necessary to wear it because it's not a paid day anyway.
how about the emergency order?
That's mayor's call.
we probably have you banned too.
Us, police, and fire department.
Well, the police is not a uniform, they need a wristband to get in and out of there. That'd save a lot of time.
Nobody else got you.
Well, anybody in this town don't know you. I might not want to know you.
I'll be in uniform if I'm there. I'm still alive. but
Well, your people ought to have one too.
Even though we're in uniform.
Well, if you're in uniform, different story, but,
That's what I mean. All my people down there.
but we gotta know how many you got in there too.
Everybody will be, everybody that's there got a shirt like this, or an EMS shirt, will be working. They will be assigned to a unit.
Well,
But
why don't we, but to keep it set, because these people are gonna get bombarded at gate. Maybe we ought to give you a wristband so you can get in and out. That way they don't, there's no argument over it.
Whatever you wanna do.
Well, because there's gonna be, some of the people are gonna put on the gate, they might not know who you are. And And you got that wristband.
Because we're gonna come in and earn our ambulances.
True, but you might be walking out in the audience coming back in.
Out of the back.
Just like the races.
If I'm about to teach, you ain't coming in. No, but we'll get you wristbands too. You let us know how many people you're gonna have in there. Same way with Black and the rest of them.
Yeah, I won't be there when that
I'll be
happens.
making schedule up.
'Cause it make it a lot easier. If we got someone on the gate, don't know who you are. All you gotta do is show them the wristband and there'll be less argument about it.
So should we come here and get them from Kelly?
We'll get them to you.
tomorrow?
You put in a list, how many people you're gonna have in their names. We're gonna, fire department gonna do the same way, and Gene, your guys out of uniform, probably needs to do that. Cause you got some guys out of uniform, don't you?
Yeah, there'll only be a couple less than.
That'll save down all the hassle and everything.
And you said that there will be police officers checking what?
Bags at the gate, purses and bags. Yeah. There's no coolers out in there.
What do you mean there ain't no coolers out
There ain't no coolers allowed.
there?
Ain't no coolers allowed.
They carry them down there.
Carried
They've
there
carried them there every year.
They ain't this, it's fenced in. There's gates around it now.
We haven't had coolers down there.
No, they never check no coolers.
Well, they're not this time.
When the city workers clean up, just walk out there and see how many beer bottles.
Oh, there's a lot, yeah.
Whiskey bottles.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're gonna, hey, we have to.
Well, that's what
We don't
I'm
have a
saying.
choice.
And I wanna be
A
there
lot
when
of
that lady
those come
exercise
from over
woman
the,
comes down through
those
there
come
and
over the
tells
fence
you
from
she
the
don't have to leave your
townhouses,
bag.
so a lot of it does.
But we never did allow coolers. They might have snuck them in, cause you know, it's a free event.
Right down there carrying them.
It's a little different story on this one. It's all fenced in. So you, the ticket, you wanna wait and get price before we get that to vote, or do you wanna vote?
No, I think we should go ahead and vote on the tickets and wristbands, then I'll get the solid price and then can present it, to Board of Works for Monday.
Okay, I need a motion for the wristbands and tickets. All in favor? All second?
Second.
All in favor? All against?
Thank you, Mayor.
That does for the ticket. Anybody got anything else? Think of. But it's gonna be a little tough, but we'll get through it. She didn't make it easy on us. Of course, the 3 council people didn't either. But we'll get through it. Nothing else? Motion adjourned.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
I certainly will, it's on my list. Thank you so much, I appreciate you helping with that. Oh, I'll ask them.
Okay, good.